Um, I watched the movie Elles avec S à la fin, Elles, 2011, with Juliette Binoche and co-production with the Polish Film Institute, I don't know, and a Polish director, female director. The main star is Juliette Binoche. She plays the role of a journalist that, despite the fact that there is social aid and finance for students in France, some students seek to do prostitution, female students, to do prostitution to gain their life, to gain money. One of the students is a Polish student who she lost her identity card and this kind of things, and at least she pretends to that this happened to her. She calls her mom in Poland and speaks Polish, and nothing happens, and she sleeps around with men to have a house, and she's not ashamed of that. And there's another French girl who gives blowjobs to gain more money so she can buy cigarettes and other stuff. To the extent that I know, you get a stipend, a salary to study in France. Not in all levels. For example, if you're a student of licence, Bachelor of Science or Art, and or graduate students, and you're French, you get 200 euros per month. This is what I've heard, and you need to check. It is a problem, of course, student life. And recently, there's so many students who suffer psychologically because they don't have enough food to eat. And despite the fact that the student restaurants in France is extremely cheap, it's like 5 euros in Sorbonne when I studied, or it's great food, but it's just 5 euros and 3 euros. And Emmanuel Macron he said that it's gonna make it 1 euro. This is something like that, 1 euro foods. And in Université de Lyon, even for foreign students, is free food. They give free food to students. But the rent and this kind of things, assistance sociale cannot help all the time, so that's going to be a problem. And there's CAF that pays the half of the rents in France. France is an extremely generous country toward foreign students, especially before the era of Emmanuel Macron. I'm not denying that there's problems, but for example, I saw an interview from a French student who said she can't pay enough. She doesn't have enough money to pay for food, and it has severe consequences for her mental state. And she needs to wait in the line to get food, I add here like a ex-communist, so-called communist country, because communism never existed in stateless, classless society with the transition phase of dictatorship of proletariat never existed in history. Dictatorship of proletariat existed in 1870 in Commune de Paris. It lasted 1 year. It was social democracy. It was not it didn't lead to communism. Anyway, revenons à nos moutons. Let's get back to our business. So this is a film. This is journalist Juliette Binoche who interviews these girls, and the film starts with a long, not a 20 seconds, 30 seconds, a long scene of blowjob and moaning of the man. I don't understand what's the point of that. And there's hugely, completely real, not pretension, real scenes, explicit scenes of sex, anal, peeing, urinating on the boobs of a woman, of a teenager girl, humiliating her, this kind of things. Only an idiot who's a piece of shit makes such a movie. Like, there's no need. You want to show pain, you want to show real life, you don't need to do this. Okay, how many sex scenes are in this movie? So many. And you think that, like, have you ever pondered or think that these sex scenes, people watch it and say, oh my God, it's such a horrible life that they're leading. We need to have a public awareness that, like, students are having a very harsh life. No, they're gonna masturbate to that, idiots. They're gonna go to cinema to see a sodomy, to see, oh, this guy, yeah, man, he put his penis into the anus. Yeah, that's what they want to watch. Money. There's no wonder that Juliette Binoche was a great friend of Harvey Weinstein, the fucking rapist, and also she implicitly supported him by saying that, like, at least attributed. There are pictures of her and him, and she cooperated with him in the English Patient movie. And after that, when he got caught and went to jail, she supported him again. That, like, implicitly, you can read about it in journals. And then she completely complimented and cried with tears in front of Meryl Streep. Like, Meryl Streep, the creature who called Harvey Weinstein in Golden Globes God, Old Testament. And Juliette Binoche, in 1 year ago, she called a friend of a rapist, Meryl Streep, as a feminist, someone who helped women through his life and this kind of things. Bullshit. First of all, Harvey Weinstein was a rapist and is a rapist. At least he's in jail right now. And Juliette Binoche and Meryl Streep, the people who talk about feminism and the human rights and women's rights, they were friends and collaborators of a rapist and misogynist rapist, Harvey Weinstein. So they have no rights to talk about in this world. Zero rights to talk about. They need to shut their mouth. Talk about women's rights. We are fed up with this bullshit hypocrisy. And there's no need, absolutely. Like, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to understand that you don't need, like, 10 scenes of blowjobs, explicit blowjobs, or anal, or like urinating on the boobs of a woman, or like, masturbation, and this kind of bullshit to understand that there is pain in this life. This is completely porno. You want porno? Go do, like, I don't understand, like, seriously, like, all you're doing is just sucking dicks. And, excuse me, we don't need dick suckers in this world. There's artificial vagina and artificial dick sucking machines. So, I don't understand what's your usage and what's your role in this world. Like, just producing dick suckers, in movies. I don't understand that. Like, I don't understand what's the explicit porno in the movie. Not 30 seconds, not 20 seconds, like, 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 4 minutes, 3 minutes, 2 minutes scenes of, like, explicit pornographic scenes. I don't understand. What's the point of that? So what? So what? I understand. You want to tell a story? That's not telling a story. You want to show pain and reality? That's not reality. That's fucking porno, man. Idiots. And it's like modern art. You poop. It's like you have feces. You're like, you shit on the ground, and you said this is modern art. This shows the negative sides of human being. Like, go fuck yourself. And from the other side, they criticize a great human being, someone who fought all of his life about humanity, Marlon Brando. They call him crazy, they call him rapist. In the Last Tango of Paris, a scene that was devised and written, and there was consent. The usage of butter or something else, that's the detail of a sex scene that was written in the script. She could say stop, and she didn't say stop. Her name was Maria Schneider. I'm talking about the female lead of the Last Tango of Paris that got sodomized in a scene with Marlon Brando, and everyone criticized Brando for raping her. It was not rape at all. It was written in the script that that's going to happen. Without telling her, they used butter. That's a detail of a written sex scene in the script. Yeah, we applaud Meryl Streep for calling Harvey Weinstein a god, and saving women by calling Harvey Weinstein a god in Golden Globe. But we want to completely destroy Marlon Brando and his image because he was for humanity all his life. Not only one of maybe the greatest actor ever lived, revolutionized the acting method. Not only that, but he was a great human being. Proof, his eyes. Take it easy, idiots.